Welcome to Hardway Wrestling. We are back. It is Monday. How was your weekend?
Monday.
Oh God, Mondays suck, right?
I know, right?
Mondays suck.
Except for some wrestling. That's the only thing good about Mondays.
So, was there anything going? What did you guys do this weekend? Anything big?
Not really, thankfully. I mean, again, I actually took your advice, Jason. I stayed home and caught up on my wrestling. I know you said that to Wyatt, but it was nice to go back and watch some stuff on the cock, and enjoy some old time wrestling on the Peacock. So,
All right.
You spent a lot of time on the cock.
That's not by the way, that's not catching up on wrestling. That's old wrestling, Jim.
Yeah. Well, that's catching up on stuff that I haven't seen or haven't seen in a while.
Gotcha. So you didn't watch Dynamite. You didn't watch SmackDown.
I watched SmackDown while it aired.
Okay. What'd you think? Oh, you watched it while? Okay. What'd you think? What'd you think of SmackDown?
I mean, I enjoyed it. Again, the draft was interesting. The picks were about what we expected. I think so.
Very predictable.
I mean, the fact that they drafted Roman to SmackDown and Cody to Raw, and Bobby stayed on SmackDown, if I remember right.
Yeah, I think Bobby Lashley. And I have the list of who stayed where and whatnot. So
again, it was good for what it was, but it was kind of what we expected. So I was like, okay, I figured this, figured that, there wasn't any like new ground broken, at least not in my opinion. But so I don't know. What do you think, Ricky?
I forgot. Did Rhea get drafted anywhere yet?
Rhea.
No, she's on the Monday list.
Still on SmackDown,
yeah, she'll be drafted tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
she's on the Monday list.
I'm assuming she'll go to probably Raw, and then they'll switch titles, which is stupid.
That is the dumbest shit ever. I never understood that.
The title did it the first time. Defend it, and then once it's gone, it's gone. Or if you keep it, you keep it. I never liked that. When they did it, what was it, a couple years ago with the New Day and Street Profits? They
did it with Charlotte too. Didn't they do it with Charlotte and Becky?
They did it with Charlotte and Becky, and Charlotte.
Let's exchange titles.
Yeah. Charlotte was pissed when they did it because she's like, I've defended this Raw Women's title. It's mine. Why the heck should I give it up just because I'm switching?
Same with Belair. She's had the damn title for over a year now. I mean, why take it from her in an exchange?
Yeah, exactly.
Let her defend it and keep it until she loses it, despite what show she's on.
Well, I feel like they need to combine these belts anyway. Too many belts.
I agree. That's what, if they were going to do something, they should do a unification match, Rhea versus Bianca for the women's title, and then whoever the women's champion is, kind of like what they did when they did the original. Yeah, when they did the original brand split, have certain titles defended on both shows because it's like the only title they got. Like the world title is defended on both shows, or the women's title is defended on both shows because they didn't have a split title at that point. So
it does feel like
they would do something temporary like that again, and then after a while they'd be like, oh well, let's just bring in another world title for the other show.
Well, it does feel like when there is one title that guys on, if the title's on SmackDown or the guys on SmackDown, then the guys on Raw don't have a shot, right? Their main title is the Intercontinental title, right? So I understand the reasoning by making two world titles, and I believe that Triple H took a shot at Roman when he said we need somebody to defend this thing, all the time.
But at the same time,
I gotta find the quote. Cornette took a shot at Triple H too. I saw.
What? Yeah, are you saying Cornette took a shot at somebody?
Yeah, I couldn't believe my ears or my eyes for reading it.
Double cheese.
But no,
Scotty probably knows the quote. What did you listen to the drive-through, Scotty?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what he said specifically. I was listening to it today, but I kind of had one ear to it, one ear to what I was doing with work. But yeah, I know he did take a shot at Triple H. I just can't remember what he said about him. But no, what I was going to say though about the titles being defended is the fact that having one title and have it not being defended as often raises the mystique of the champion in a lot of people's eyes, which is what they were doing with Roman. You know, like he wasn't there all the time. He wasn't defending it all the time. It raised the mystique. You know, because like before, like you saw Hulk Hogan defend the title, maybe on a Saturday night's main event if you were lucky, and then on the pay-per-views. And again,
I get it. I get it that you want to make it special. And they started allowing this. If they started allowing this with Brock, like it was even worse with Brock. Brock was what?
It was
4 times a year, maybe.
Brock, yeah, but the thing with Brock that they should have done is kind of like something that Cornette said that I do remember is make the title defended every 30 days. So even if he's not on Raw or SmackDown defending it, he has to be at a pay-per-view defending every month.
I agree with that.
So at least you get to see it once a month defended, and therefore at least, again, even if the champion isn't on Raw or SmackDown. But yeah, then Brock took it to a really bad extreme where it was just like, I'll be there, whenever I feel like it, and then I'll defend the title whenever I feel like it, which is like 4 times a year. And then the title kind of just got, lost its interest until we put it on Roman. And then all of a sudden Roman took it and really made this mystique about it because he wasn't defending it every week. He wasn't defending it he was defending almost every month, except for a couple of times that he had other main events at pay-per-views. But
I just miss the Attitude Era.
That's what I'm afraid of with this new
title
world
matches on Raw, title matches on SmackDown, like just at random, every month maybe there might be one world title match on each show.
Yeah.
It was great.
Well, I think that's originally why Cena went through the I'm going to be a fighting champion open challenge type of deal all the time, because there was never belts that were defended. So
yeah,
I honestly, I think if you have a belt, it should be anytime, anywhere. I don't care. It's not, it doesn't mean anything for me if I got to wait 30 days to see the world championship belt not be defended or not be on someone else. Right.
Exactly.
I mean, I wish we could go through and count how many matches Roman has had over the last 970 plus days or whatever the streak is. I'd be curious to see if it is 100.
I mean, yeah, no, it could be 100. I mean, it could be 110. It could be 98. I mean,
I take the under.
Well, the live event shows too, which are pretty much a carbon copy of Raw and SmackDown. So, I mean, you'd be counting, like if he had a title match on Raw or SmackDown, you'd probably be counting the same title match for however many live event shows they do during the week.
Do they have world title shots at house shows?
I've heard of some before. Yeah, it's just like you said.
I'm talking about Roman.
I think he has had some in the past on there.
Okay. Somebody needs it, or I'll get our research crew, Wyatt, to look that up and find out. By the way, Wyatt had some personal stuff going on today, and could not make it. But don't fear. Wyatt will be here. When he comes back, he will have such a fire that we will have to spit on him to put it out. And actually, it's actually nice that Wyatt's not here, because Scotty actually gets to sit down. Wyatt makes Scotty stand now. So, all right. So, the draft was on Friday. What did you think of the call-ups? We had some call-ups from NXT. What did you think of those call-ups?
Remind me who they were again.
Indy Hartwell.
Yep.
The NXT
Indy
Women's
came up.
Champ.
Yep.
And you had the NXT Women's Tag Champs got called up.
Alba Fry and Isla Dawn. I think her name's Isla.
Yeah.
Isla Dawn,
Isla.
but yes.
Isla.
Um,
I think it's Isla
but
Dawn.
here's the interesting thing about that. Why are you calling up the NXT Women's Champion and Women's Tag Team Champion when they hold the belt?
Exactly.
Why
Like,
not?
I thought that made no sense either.
Well, I mean, you remember Kevin Owens showed up on and beat Cena one night when he was NXT champion.
but he
That is
wasn't
true.
called up to the roster. He was just visiting. He was still.
I don't know
NXT.
that he ever went back.
Well,
I think he went
also-
back and lost to
Yeah, you're right. I don't
Andrade.
think-
Did he go back and lose to Andrade then?
I think he did.
Yeah, I believe it
Well,
was.
he had the feud with Cena, and then he retained the NXT title against Cena, and then went back and lost it to Andrade, and then came up. But they used the Cena thing as kind of the test to see if Owens is ready for the main event, but they're not doing that with the women's champ and the tag team champs. They're just saying, "Here, we're bringing you up with the belts."
What does that mean tomorrow night for tomorrow night for NXT? Does that mean that the tag champs are going to lose? They're going to lose their titles, and
But
Indy's going to lose her title tomorrow night.
But here's the thing about it. They
Indy
just
got
won
damn
the belts.
title, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
What's
They
that?
just won the belts.
Indy
Why
just
are they
won the
doing?
title.
Yeah, she won it, and then she won it at WrestleMania weekend, and she just defended it and won. But she's got a broken foot or a busted foot. She was when she got called up. When she stood up, she was in a walking boot. She looked like the female version of Ben Roethlisberger. So, is she going to be able to defend that belt? Are they going to have to? Is that a way to get it all? First off, is that right? Is that real? Are they going to just strip her of the belt because she can't defend it, and they'll have some sort of tournament or whatever? I believe it was time for Indy to come up anyway, and Dexter's up there, and I believe that her and Dexter are together. So
could be. No clue, but
yeah, they need somebody to talk for Dexter.
yeah.
He's the Punjab of
But I don't know. I mean,
right now.
I'm okay with the fact that they brought them up. I just think it's kind of stupid they brought them up with their respective titles. It's like that just kind of says to me that it's like, yes, okay, like they just stripped Braun Breaker, well, not stripped, but Braun Breaker lost his NXT title. Perfect opportunity to bring him up to the main roster. No big,
I could see him still coming up to the main roster.
Well, we have the draft tonight.
Yeah,
draft tonight. So I believe we're going to see. I believe we're going to see it. I think we're going to see Braun up. So
yeah.
Even though I think I'd rather see Carmella Hayes, and I did not call him Carmella Anthony. I almost did. I think I'd like to see Carmella Hayes come up to the main roster because that guy's legit. That guy's a.
And by the way, it's Carmelo, not Carmella.
I'm very listen. I
Carmella.
got Carmella on the mind right now. A little sad. We'll get to that in a minute, but I'm a little sad. Damn you, Corey Graves.
Yeah.
So anyway, Zoe Stark also came. Zoe Stark also was on the move. And JD Don't Google my name. Also got drafted to Raw. So, I mean, I like all those cars. I don't know so much about JD. What they call him, the Irish Ace. I don't know so much about him coming up. I don't know. They were going to make Adam Cole manager, and JD McDonough is smaller than Adam Cole, I believe. So I don't know what they're going to do. Are they going to put him with Sheamus and the Brawling Brutes?
I mean, they could.
Another faction, more factions,
or more people added to the same faction. But I mean, they it's funny how they kind of put most of the guys that are alike together. Like you got pretty much all the Irish guys except for what's his name. I mean, you got Sheamus, you got Pete Dunne, Irish UK, I should say, the UK guys together. Sheamus, Pete Dunne, the only other guy that's not Irish, what's his name?
Rich Holland.
Yeah, Rich Holland. But now if they put McDonough with them, I don't know. I mean, that could be interesting. Again, they kind of keep the guys in their own international clique, so I can see them putting him with the Brawling Brutes and stuff like that, at least to begin with, and then give him some time in there and then break him off on his own. But
Well, let's just all be happy that the maximum male models were drafted.
yeah, I wish they were drafted to the military. That's what I want to see.
Oh wow. Okay.
If they were drafted, I would have been a lot happier if they were drafted to the military and off of Raw and SmackDown.
Oh boy. Okay.
But-
Are you Mansoor? He came over in that the whole Saudi Arabia deal, right? Didn't they find him over there?
I think so,
Kinda-
yeah, because he's of Saudi Arabian descent, and
Yeah.
somebody like he was, if I remember right, he was in the 50-man or is it
he
50-man
won the
battle royal.
greatest Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
whatever,
the
the
greatest
second one.
Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
The
Oh,
first
it
one, right?
was.
Didn't Braun win the
Oh,
second one?
No,
That's the one where
Braun won the first one.
Okay.
No, the greatest Royal Rumble
that
was
was
when Titus went under the ring. So that was
Titus World Slide.
yeah.
Still the best,
Oh,
probably the
so
best thing
hilarious.
in wrestling ever.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
And that mace, I don't Masai or whatever they call him. I don't think they really saddled him with some shit gimmicks ever since he got his head kicked off by Brock one night when he was on commentary. They kicked him right into a bad gimmick.
Well, I mean, that's what happens after you deal with Brock. Most of the time, your gimmick goes down the toilet. So
Hopefully, now they're bringing Apollo Crews up. Apollo Crews is coming up. Hopefully, they can do something with Apollo, and they don't give him an accent.
Nigerian accent back.
Yeah, he lost all that when he went down to Florida. So let's
but see,
be.
that's he's been called up more than one time. That's the funny
Oh
thing
yeah,
about
yeah.
because he was a part
It's
of
like- Just like a Major League Baseball player. Oh, you suck. You're going back to the minors. Oh, we'll
yeah.
call you up now. Oh,
Well-
you suck. You're going back down.
Listen, he definitely needed to go back down to get a repackaging. They didn't do. I don't know that they really. He had a program with Braun, I believe.
No, he had a problem with Carmelo.
Oh, Carmella.
Yeah, no.
Carmella. I'd like to have a program with Carmella.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
All right, yeah.
Or he
So
said,
they
take a
put him,
number.
they put. I'm not gonna say it anyway. So they bring him back up. All right, some of Raw's draft picks, Cody Rhodes, duh, right?
No brainer.
Someone's got to win that belt, right?
They're not putting it on him first, it seems like.
I don't think they are either. It
No,
doesn't seem
and
like-
I
I
don't
think it could be Seth or Drew.
yeah, they're talking about Seth, Drew. I think they need to do it. I'd like to see Drew have a shot
Drew
at that
expanded
in front of
away
people.
since he lost the WWE title.
Shinsuke will be great, but I
Another
don't.
overlooked guy.
What's that?
I said Shinsuke's another overlooked guy that they haven't done anything with since he had that feud with AJ Styles after he won the Royal Rumble years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to do with their. I think some of these guys are international representatives or whatever, and that's what
You
they
wanna
keep
know
them
what-
as.
You want to know what the deal is? One word. Vince.
Do
Yeah.
you think?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Vince, like Shinsuke, like he comes up, everybody likes him, people think he's good. Vince doesn't see anything in him, so they just give him shit, shit time for the rest of the time he's doing his stuff. Same thing with freaking like AJ, for example. Like again, AJ had a good run for a while, and then all of a sudden he just kind of like he's doing the
Well,
almost.
you can't be the champ forever.
Well, no,
No.
but he's not in main event spots anymore. He's dealing with the giant. Like, there's nobody in the world that can get almost over. He's a lost cause, but Vince throws AJ in with that.
I don't know if he's a lost cause. I think he might be over.
Yeah.
That guy might carry. He might be the one that they put the belt on.
Oh God.
It'd be good. I wouldn't see a problem with it.
Who beats him? Who can
you
beat him? Who can beat him?
Brock.
But that's the problem. But here's the problem with that.
Well, that's a Vince thing right there, because there's no way Brock should be able to beat him.
How do you get the belt off of him? Because even if like
Rey Mysterio.
yeah, Rey Mysterio. Oh, good God.
Yeah, you bring Rey in.
Prison Dominic Guerrero.
Perfect. Yes.
No, that's like again, you kill the Giant. That's why Andre never held the belt, because how do you get the belt off the Giant? Like that's why, huh?
You can get these belts off any of these guys if you write it good. If you're a good writer, you can get the belt off of these.
That's the point of stuff like ladder
I mean,
matches,
David did beat Goliath.
Matches. That's the point of having matches.
It never. David beat Goliath, but that was a real fight. Like they've never been able to script a good big man, little man fight.
Are you saying the Bible was real?
Yeah, the Bible was real.
All right.
So no, but they've never been able to script a good big man, little man fight where the big man was the champion.
So you put almost in a triple threat, and he doesn't have to take the pin to lose. I mean, I just lazy booked that.
Yeah, well, that is very big.
But there's a way. There's a way to get that belt
and that's your
on
easy
him
out because triple threats are always no disqualification anyway. So right there you go.
Yeah, well, but that's part of the problem is like again, the fact that that we'd have to resort to a triple threat match.
How do they get the belt off of Brock? Like Brock is
Brock is
monster.
Brock's not Andre. Brock's not Almost. Brock's not Big Show. Brock's not Taker. Like, well,
have you seen Brock?
Guys, except for obviously Andre because he's not alive and Brock wasn't wrestling then, but Brock's beat them all. He superplexed Big Show and the fucking ring collapsed.
Right.
He beat Taker
Brock is a killer, and they put people over on Brock.
Yeah.
So those streaks can begin and end. Ask the Undertaker.
Brock would superplex you, Scott.
I'd love to see him try. That would be very interesting. So
from the moon and the stars align. All right, the $500 challenge. Body slam. We got about
somebody call Luger.
Somebody dropped Ricky in from a helicopter. And then 2 shows later we'll bury him.
Hit him with the elbow.
All right, so SmackDown, the Bloodline, and Paul Heyman. Actually, Paul Heyman got drafted. Isn't that cool? All the Bloodline except
the Usos.
The Usos. They did not get drafted.
So does that mean they're free agents?
Right now,
until tonight. Drafted yet?
Yeah, they just haven't been drafted. Street Profits stay together. That's awesome, right? That's great. We all thought that they were going to go their own separate ways.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Montez Ford is going to go on a run at some point. Even Angelo Dawkins. That guy's great too. Nobody talks about how skilled and how good Angelo Dawkins is, but he's good too. The second pick in Raw.
I think eventually in the future, but now's not the time to split them up.
So the second pick in SmackDown, I think it's SmackDown. SmackDown's draft really screwed me up. And it's like, to me, it was like taking a kicker in the first round. Edge.
Yeah.
I mean, couldn't we have waited on Edge?
Yeah.
Isn't there other people that they could have drafted?
Would it seem like a 4-match a year contract?
Where is LA Knight?
Exactly. Oh no, LA Knight's on the LA Knight was on the ball.
Are you kidding me? Do you know who the second pick should have been? Goddamn Goldberg.
Well, he wants too much. I think they were trying to work that out. He wants too much money.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. I hope nobody drafts Goldberg.
He's not getting drafted. He's a free agent. He's not even under WWE right now. So, but LA Knight never got drafted, correct? I don't remember hearing LA Knight.
But no, LA Knight's on the Raw list for Raw eligible, or like the second night list. Go back.
Okay. All right.
He's SmackDown.
All right. So let's just say I don't know. There are a million other people that could have been drafted besides Edge.
Oh,
Absolutely.
I agree. Like,
How does
why-
Bobby Lashley picked after
LA Knight
Edge?
is over too.
Who? Oh my
I said
goodness.
LA Knight is so over. It's
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at least Top Dollar didn't, or Hit Row didn't get drafted before Edge. That's probably the only group on here that I could see that probably shouldn't have got. I mean,
Well,
you could have called.
this
I don't
to
know.
get
I
drafted.
know it's all predetermined draft and that kind of stuff. But I don't know. Edge,
Like, I honestly want to see Botch Dollar go back down to NXT and just have a gimmick where he botches everything, whether it's legit or not. I want to like, I'm not a fan of comedy and wrestling, but that, like, just considering how bad he is in the ring, I would actually pay to see him just
okay. Would you pay to see Titus slide into the ring every match? Yes, the answer is yes. So
Absolutely.
we love comedy. We need comedy. Actually, wrestling is there are a lot of points in wrestling that are hilarious. And yes,
Well,
maybe
that was
I don't know the Top Dollar, and I don't think any of these guys were really trying to be funny. I'm really sure his name's Top Dollar, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Top Dollar.
I'm sure he did not mean to get his feet caught on the ropes. But listen, how many times did Sasha Banks do it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no,
How
it's
many
true.
times did Trinity do it?
But at the same time, they actually recovered well. He didn't.
He landed on his face. I haven't
Yeah.
seen him do it since. So that's a recovery to me.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move on from the draft. We got tonight yet. We'll go over that later in the week, hopefully, if we don't forget. But sad news in wrestling today.
Only for you.
I need a minute. I'm gonna mute everybody here. I just need. Carmella's pregnant.
Bye, Jason.
No, I know. I never. There's a restraining order, Scott. I couldn't. I'm saddened that Corey Graves.
Corey Graves wanted to pay him to be the rodeo clown to jump out of the bucket in the bedroom.
I'm telling you, this is some sad news. So we thought Carmella was injured. The only thing was injured was the inside of her thighs.
Yeah, something told me that was why she was out.
No, congratulations to those guys.
Sad
Corey went through a really bad divorce, which I've been there. So and you know, he found Carmella, and they're cute. They're a cute. They're a cute couple.
I mean, all he
It pisses
did
me
was
off that she doesn't return my phone calls. I'm just saying.
all he did was find the next ex Mrs. Corey Graves. I mean,
Damn,
a
Scott.
hell of a notch under the belt, though.
Yeah, I know, right to be murdered. Shit.
Now he's gonna curse himself for 18 years if that's the case.
I'd even change my last name to Mello. No, but she's that's why she's out. We all thought she was her, but she was in that tag team with Chelsea Green. You didn't think she was hurt?
No.
You were there for the conception?
No, I wasn't. My sources told me though.
Oh, your sources?
Me.
Yeah, you held the stick when she peed on it.
He watched the unauthorized sex tape.
Oh.
So.
I licked the stick that she peed on.
Oh, Jesus. Come on, man. You still have it? Okay. No. All right. Anyway, congratulations to them too. All right. So that's pretty much it. That we got this weekend. We got what? Backlash.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Backlash is coming up.
Saturday night.
We're gonna do later in the week. We're gonna do a Backlash preview, not a preview, but we're gonna go over our picks. So here are the matches so far. You got Cody and Brock, and we don't have to say who's gonna win. We could talk about this later in the week. Then you have the 6-man tag match, the Bloodline, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and Solo Sikoa. Which this is Is this where Solo changes, kicks the shit out of the bloodline? We'll find out.
Possibly.
Against Riddle, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, which I don't know. I would like to have seen these guys defend these titles, but they've already defended them on Friday.
Yeah.
Already. So this is just weird to me. You have Rhea's first win. I mean, Rhea's first defense of the title versus Zelina Vega. Did you catch her? Did you catch her match this weekend on SmackDown?
Yeah, I caught it.
Yeah, she looks like the underdog. Totally.
Oh yeah.
Everything. So they're building this as the underdog story. I don't know anybody in their right mind that would pick Zelina to win this.
Nope.
But would this be something in Puerto Rico? It's Puerto Rico, right? Is that where it's at?
Yeah, it's Puerto Rico.
Okay. Would this be something in Puerto Rico if Zelina Vega won this title and then they pretend it never happened?
Yeah.
That's about right.
Kind of like the
write something that's stupid.
Yeah, kind of like the tag team win with the Rockers versus the Hart Foundation that they wrote off. So,
well, we'll see what happens here. I can't imagine Zelina winning this. Who knows?
I can't imagine this match being more than 7 minutes.
I do like that they gave Zelina to give her like a little drop kick or a little something, and I don't even think it took her off her feet.
Yeah.
So, Rhea is going to knock her back to her husband. Zelina, she's gonna hit her so hard. The post is gonna say "All Elite."
Yeah.
You got almost Seth Rollins. I don't know. Seth is over, so he doesn't need to win this match. I mean, if they're building almost here, I mean, I don't know. There's not been a lot build to this match, so
no, I really don't understand the whole setup of this. Like, it was just out of nowhere, and there's really been no story put out with it.
I don't think so.
It's kind of just like, we got this guy and we got this guy. Let's just have a match.
Has Seth been drafted yet?
Yes, he is. I think when he drafted to Raw.
Let me see. The short list I have here, I don't have him drafted. Or almost was he drafted?
I think almost is on the second night list.
Okay, maybe Seth is too. I don't know. I don't see his name on the list. And then you have the triple threat, where you could just this belt can go on anybody here, Scott. This is how this is lazy booking. This is how it works. You got Austin Theory, who is everyone hates Austin Theory. He might be more hated than the Miz, honestly. Bobby Lashley and Bronson Reed. What's that?
He kind of is the new Miz.
Yeah, he doesn't do it for me. I think he's a great athlete. He just doesn't do it for me. I don't know what it is about this guy. He did have a good pop on. Did you catch what he said to Lashley when they were in the ring talking to each other? And Lashley said, "I make the matches," and he said, "Hey, well, why didn't you make one at WrestleMania?"
Yeah,
that was great.
It kind of stuttered. It kind of stuttered Lashley. He was just kind of like, "Shit, got me."
That was a really good line.
Maybe Austin Theory learned something from Cena. So, and then we got the match everyone has been waiting for, the San Juan Street fight, Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. I hate this, by the way. I hate this.
Yes, I agree.
I hate this because I love Punishment Martinez or Damian Priest, whatever you want to call him. He's always Punishment Martinez to me. I hate that he's probably going to lose here to Bad Bunny.
Yeah. Like, again, I give Bad Bunny a lot of credit out of all the, like, they've got Logan Paul, they've got Bad Bunny, they've got Pat McAfee. You know, these guys who, again, Bad Bunny showed that he actually has some athletic abilities in the ring. But I'm like, out of the three of those, I'd have rather seen Logan Paul versus Damian Priest because
the three of those, I'd rather just see somebody else that is a top star on the roster being fucking utilized for once.
yes, that's also
True.
another thing I would love to have seen. But yeah, no, like the fact that they've got Bad Bunny in this is just ludicrous to me. Like, why would you put Bad Bunny just because he's a name? And yes, he does have a little bit of talent. I mean, a little bit of talent. In this match against a guy like who could be their next world champion. Like Damian Priest has got all the skills and abilities to be the next world champion. Like,
yeah, he's good. Yeah, Damian Priest is good.
World title.
I mean, it's in Puerto Rico. It's in Puerto Rico. That's why we're Bad Bunny's the host. I think he was the host of this, and this is all surrounded about. This is all international stuff. So I mean, maybe Bad. I mean, I'm not gonna pick Bad Bunny in this one yet. But it wouldn't surprise me if they let Bad Bunny win this. Of course, the Paul brother, he lost this last time, so we'll see.
yeah.
And then the Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair and Io Sky. I love Io, but everyone loves Bianca.
Well, here's the weird thing is, will this be for the SmackDown title because after it's this weekend?
Because they're all on SmackDown now.
Huh?
Damage Control was also drafted to SmackDown, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they'll switch all this. They'll switch it all.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, will this be for the SmackDown title by end of week? Because of once they do the whole title switch with Rhea getting drafted to Raw. So I don't know. We will see what happens.
Yeah, so I mean, it's Backlash. It's after WrestleMania, so it's kind of it's a whatever pay-per-view. So at least for right now, we don't have to spend $49.95 for this to watch this. So for now, so that's all I got. Any final words, you two, Scotty? What do you got?
No, man, I'm good. I think we covered what we need to cover today.
I think Wyatt will be back. All right. Well, there'll be four of us in the ring here.
A 4-man booth.
A four-way. Oh, a four-way. You going to be the pivot, sir? Ricky, what do you got? Anything else?
Nope. Just watch some wrestling and
AEW. We've talked a lot of WWE lately, so we should probably hit AEW. AEW's in Baltimore.
Really?
It is Wednesday. Yep, it is Wednesday.
This Wednesday. Me and my girlfriend was like, "Are we going?" And I was like,
"No."
I was on the fence with tickets for a while, and then I just finally was like, I think I'll pass on this one.
Honestly, if I didn't have to work the next day, if I had took off, I probably would have. But now that
they've got one coming up at Capital One Arena, when was that?
Well, now they're filming
June.
Dynamite, and they're filming Dark, and they're filming the last show. A buddy of mine told me that it ran till almost midnight. What time did we get out of there last time we went?
It was probably almost midnight because remember they were taping Rampage as well.
Yeah, we did Rampage, and then I think the last show had Battle of the Belts connected to it also. So
yeah, that was probably 11:30 when the show ended, and then probably almost midnight before we got out of there.
One of the worst things that can happen when you go to an indie show, and I've been to 1 or 10 indie shows, is too many matches, and that's what we get with AEW. They just, granted, give Tony Khan some credit. Where WWE doesn't get guys on TV, AEW gets everyone on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, everybody.
He'll cram about 6 matches into an hour show.
Yeah. So, and now I guess they're taping Ring of Honor now too, right?
Yeah, but that's a separate night, I think.
I don't see any Ring of Honor tickets being sold, right? Isn't that part of the deal now? The Ring of Honor TV's on Thursday, I believe, or is that Friday?
What are they doing? Like taping one match or 2 matches a run, and then just editing them all together to make one show?
Probably. I have no idea what they're doing. I haven't watched any Ring of Honor TV at all. I see the match cards every week, but it's nothing that I'd probably be interested in. I probably should get back into watching Ring of Honor, but you gotta pay for it. You gotta watch on Honor Club, and until we start getting some sponsors around here,
yeah.
we're not
Yeah.
paying for Honor Club. So I have trouble enough watching Impact. So
Does anybody actually watch Impact anymore?
yeah, you know what? Impact is not bad. Impact is really not bad. PCO is getting ready to go take on whatever their champion. His name is slipping my mind right this second. Whatever their
Chris-
champion. What is it?
It's not
Chris something.
Carmella.
It's not. Who did you say it was, Scott?
Chris something, I thought, right? Chris. It's like his last name starts with MC.
Ronald McDonald.
No.
Not-
Yeah, that was some of the clowns they had in the original run of Impact. So
let me see.
that was Chris something, but I could be wrong.
Could be is an understatement.
Impact Wrestling. There you go. There you
You
go.
did it.
There's his face. Oh, no, I don't need to see it. I'm going to be so mad at myself once I see this guy's name. Pay-per-view. Boom. Rebellion. Hell yeah. Here we go.
I see Carmella's
Steve
reflection in his
Macklin.
glasses.
Steve
Well,
Macklin.
Macklin. So I had the MC part right. I
Yeah.
knew. So, yeah.
Yeah, PCO is going for the world title. Perfect creation, PCO. PCO won. Honestly, I'd love to see PCO take this belt.
But you think-
Do you know who
Problem-
PCO is? Do you know who PCO is?
No, who?
Really? I need you to look that up and be surprised. That's your homework.
But isn't would they take it off of Macklin already? Like
No.
he just
No. I don't think so. I don't know why they would. That would be sad. But I like PCO. That guy's nuts. PCO is 55 years old. Ex WWE.
Oh, wait a minute. I do know who PCO is.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah.
Come on. Who is it?
He's one of the
Well, he's from Canada, I think. Was he a Mountie?
talked about this a while back, and I can't remember who he was.
Is he a Mountie? Is it Jacques Rougeau? What's the other guy's name?
Jacques and Pierre.
Pierre? Is it Pierre?
It's somebody.
I think it's Pierre.
It's one of the freaking
He's
Canadian.
55 years old. A guy does sentons from the top rope to the floor. The guy's ridiculous. Dude is ridiculous. He's not built like a wrestler anymore. I don't know if you got a chance to watch Impact's pay-per-view. He's not built like he used to be. He's real barrel chesty. He's kind of round, kind of has this Barney Rubble shape to him. But boy, when he flies, bro, he flies.
He is basically the bruiser and or the crusher.
He gives no fucks when it comes to jumping off the top. Like he's crazy. So, all right, enough of that. We don't want to talk about Impact. We'll talk about Impact. All right. Well, that's all we got for today. Thank you for joining. Please like, share, comment
Ring
if you have
that bell,
comments.
bitches.
Yeah, please ring the ding dong, bitches. If you have a comment of something we said wrong today, which there was a lot of it, because we make shit up.
Yeah.
We make shit up. I got a whole notepad of shit here that I just made up. If you make a comment, if you thought Ricky's comment about licking the pea stick was funny, I'd like to know. You just made Scott throw up. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
On that note, we'll be back later in the week for Backlash predictions.
Yep.
Right? We're gonna do predictions and maybe Wyatt will be back. Right?
Hopefully,
right? Sickly little punk. And possibly at the end of the week, I'll come up with some sort of game to embarrass you guys with. But this time I'm gonna make you buzz in to answer the question.
Oh, jeez.
The hell are we supposed to buzz in with?
So Ricky, you're gonna have to go hee-haw. And Scott, you're gonna have to go. All right. So that's how you ring in. That's how you ring in. The first one I hear, that's how we're gonna do it. Actually, the first one that makes a noise, your box lights up, and that's how I know who's talking. Like
Okay.
Scott right there, yellow. Boom, got it. So, all right. On that note, we'll see everybody later in the week. Enjoy your wrestling, and don't get body slammed for $500 like Scott's going to.
We'll see.
See ya.